Hi, this is JP from Not Lights Over Arkham. Welcome to day 13 of the Lure of the Valley campaign playthrough for Earthborne Rangers, and today we are experiencing some howling winds as the weather, so we have already set up our game here for day 13. So last time we managed to follow the reclaimers back to their nest, and we are overlooking them from the rings of the moon, and we have the path terrain ravine in play. We are experiencing howling winds on day 13, and first we are arriving here, but we need to get here. So we are going to travel and hopefully accomplish the mission in time, but if not, then we will do that next day, but we'll see. So as per arrival setup, the howling winds makes you shuffle the Cerberusian cyclone into the path deck, and also we are at a ruin location, so we added 3 reclaimers, and that's about it. So there's nothing much more to talk about before we start, so without further delay, let's get started. Okay, and one exciting thing is that the next valley expansion, which is the Shadow of the Storm, has arrived in Europe, so I ordered my copy. I'm not sure if it will make it to me before the end of this campaign playthrough, but if it does and I have the chance, I will try to add that into the later part of the campaign, but we'll see. Really excited that expansion looks really fun and interesting, and adds familiar for a Finnish person, familiar set of icy and snowy locations and stuff like that. But let's get started. So we'll draw our opening hand, see what we get. We get the headset, Link's Fur Cloak, Masterworks, Observant, Walk With Me, Nal's Understanding. I think we will keep these 3. We find the boundary sensor, another phonoscopic headset, and enthusiastic. Okay, well, I think we can manage with these. Basically, we need to just travel as fast as we can, so we can get to the Newville ruins with good amount of deck left, so we can try to complete that quest or mission today, because that is one of those this is one of those missions that is really hard to complete in true solo. So we'll see how that goes. We might be stuck here for a couple of days trying to complete that, but it is what it is, and I know I can do it, but it just depends on many things, how the day starts and how we progress. Okay, we'll do the arrival setup. So we did everything, shuffled everything into the path deck, but we draw a path card, and it is Web Wall. It is an obstacle, so we need to deal with that. And that is everything. So Rings of the Moon has awareness plus compass as peer 3 through the ancient guidepost to search the valley. Set for a feature and shuffle it into the path deck. We don't need to do that. Okay. We are ready to start the day, so we'll draw a path card for start of the day, or start of the turn, and we find Nukta bats. Okay, well, we need to probably try to avoid those, so we can traverse this and start traversing that. First off, we will play the headset. We'll immediately scout for 2. so we can make it as easy as possible. We don't want to see any reclaimers, so we'll bury that. Another copy of Nykta bats. Those are a bit annoying, so we'll bury both and hope we don't get anything bad for drawing a blind card. I think I'll just resolve these by playing the Nal's Understanding. So we put 5 progress onto the bats to get rid of them, so that we have energy to play the Lynx Fur Cloak. And let's play the boundary sensors down. So that is our whole array of stuff played out. So we don't have any more room for any more gear at the moment. But let's see. Well, let's traverse this, and I will use the boundary sensor to add 1. I'll use the enthusiastic. So we are 3 versus 1. I'll go 4 versus 1. We don't need the other set of those. And we get a 0. And this is cleared. No mountain triggers. So that is a good start for the day. And I think we will try to remember, because we don't have any cards left in our hand. So I'm remembering -1. We fail, but nothing triggers. So that is that. I'll ready everything, get my energy back, and we will head to the next turn. And let's see what we get from the path deck. It is a Reclaimer Seeker, unfortunately. We would have been better off with the bats, but it is what it is. Okay, well, let's see. Let's first scout the next 2 cards. Loose boulders, we don't want that. Wind and Wear. We'll keep that and put this underneath the path deck. Okay, well, we need to figure out what to do with this Reclaimer Seeker, so I'm just going to avoid it. Oh yeah, we forgot to draw a card. We don't have room for this, so we'll just avoid this. -1, that is enough. We avoid it. And the Sun triggers this. Add 2 wind to this card. You may suffer up to 2 fatigue to add 1 fewer wind for each fatigue. So we'll add 2 wind, because we just want to stop this from flipping, so we can't put a 3rd one here. But then we will traverse using the boundary sensor here. Oh well, it's a +1, so we are able to travel next, but we have to take 2 fatigue now, so we don't add any wind here. So that is great. Now we can just travel. And we'll remember. Don't be a Sun. Nothing triggers. Nice. And we get to look at the top 2 cards. We don't need another Intention Translator. So we'll take the Observant, put this underneath, and draw this. Because we need some icons to commit. We'll travel. So we will go to Archaeological Outpost and through the ravine. Next we need to travel to Alluvial Ruins, but we'll get there. eventually, but not sure if we are able to complete the into the nest mission this day, because we still have ways to go. It is the archaeological outpost, and it's a location trail ranger station, so we at least avoid the reclaimer seekers in this location. So let's get those out of the deck. Can also see what valley cards we have. The deadfall again, but we haven't had to encounter it. And this is the Cerberusian cyclone, which will be added as long as we have the howling winds in play. So we'll add that to the ravine deck, and we'll get the valley set. Give it a shuffle. And pick 3 cards. Then we'll take the moments, valley moments, and shuffle them. And add 1. And give this a shuffle. And now we read, we forgot to read the location for entry. So I'll actually have to check if we missed something. What was the number? It was 35. I think there's nothing special there, but let's check. So it's just fluff text, I'm not gonna read it. And 34, well, this we need to read. Silaromeiko, the valley's permanent archaeologist, set up this outpost many years ago with the help of his father. Since then, he has spent precious little time here, instead using it as a storage facility for many of the most interesting artifacts he's recovered during his expeditions. Inside you find tables covered with neatly catalogued and carefully arranged artifacts and several notebooks containing the observations of Silaromeiko and his colleagues. Okay. Bad deck assembly. 1 of the 3 cards added from the valley set must be archaeology sinkhole. So, okay, we need to check which we drew. Okay, and let's do the valley set again. This is why you should always read that first before doing any path deck assembly. So archaeology sinkhole, so that is guaranteed added to the path deck, and we shuffle the rest and draw 2 more at random. Okay, arrival setup lead ranger says the path deck for the next feature and put it into play. Okay, next feature. Well, it is the Cerberusian cyclone, which is a bit of a bummer. Well, at least we can awareness and remove some strength from that. So we have a good power to counter this one. And we have the archaeological outpost. We have awareness plus triangle study. The archaeological records we read 34.1. We might do that, possibly. Then we regain our energy. we'll draw a card, and we are ready to start the next turn. Yeah, I'm always forgetting to set up my ranger token, but you so rarely need it. So we got another observant, so we have a plenty full of observants. So for every 2 efforts. So first off, we'll draw a path card. It is the archaeology sinkhole. Well, that is somewhat helpful. And we read 78. Enters play. The land suddenly drops away in front of you. Luckily you are paying attention and you catch yourself before you go tumbling down a steep slope. You stand on the edge of a large pit where it looks like an entire grove of trees has collapsed into the ground not long ago. Between the tangled mass of splintered trunks, you can see what looks like a broken steel archway and cracked pipes leading into darkness. The sinkhole may have exposed a new route into the old archaeology beneath the valley. Clear the archaeology sinkhole with progress to explore its depths. We might just ignore that and use the cloak to bypass that, but this we want to get rid of. So, first thing first, we will do the evade. We'll spend 3 of our awareness. We'll also put 1 observant, and we might as well take a fatigue. Let's do this. So we'll basically add 2 more like this. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 2. And it is a -1, so we remove 3 of these, and there's no strength on this, so we discard it. Yeah, we took some fatigue, but we got rid of that easily. Nothing triggers from that symbol. So we'll traverse, we'll ignore the archaeology sinkhole. So we are 3 versus 1 plus 1, that's great. We'll put 4 progress there, so we can immediately advance. I have to check what's on the other side, so we'll let this flip. So we put 2 more here. And we might as well travel again. So we'll travel. So a really snappy location. So we'll just fly through this location, and we arrive at the alluvial ruins, which is our goal. We need to read a different entry text when we arrive here, so let's first set up the alluvial ruins. It is a ruins, so let's do things in order. So I'll dismantle this deck, because now we are traveling through the mountains. Okay. So these ravine cards go away, and we add the mountain pass cards. This is still added because we do the arrival setup before that. This will shuffle and redraw. And we need to read 1.16. You've heard the ancient moss-covered and vine-draped detritus of the alluvial ruins described as peaceful, but as you approach, a shiver runs up your spine. You hear a soft rustling, like hundreds of reeds rubbing together in the distance. You move quietly through the ruins and find a gap to peek through. There, in the heart of the ruins, you can see dozens of reclaimers milling about, and you see several bulbous sacs appeared to every surface. It looks like you found the reclaimer nest. Ignore the invasion setup instructions for this location. Instead, search the general set for 3 reclaimer seekers and shuffle them into the pad deck. Then, after setup, search the general set for a reclaimer polyp and put it into play. Okay, so we get the 3 seekers, but then we will find the polyp and put it into play. We'll look at that in a moment. Okay. Pad deck assembly. Shuffle the grasslands, lakeshore and old growth sets. So grasslands, lakeshore, old growth. We have the detritus deck from these sets. Set it there. Lead Ranger, draw 1 card from the detritus deck. And it is Artilope. Well, that's not a big of a deal. So, when a reclaimer crop is cleared while at the alluvial ruins, add 1 progress to this mission. How do we get those? Well, clear with harm. The polyp burst open. Search the general set for 2 reclaimer crops. Okay. And the birds of prey will add harm to this feature. Okay. And mountains is if you are interacting with a water feature, you see something from upriver, place the top card of the detritus deck to the top of the path deck. Okay, and we forget to add the valley cards. Yes, we did. Okay, we'll shuffle these, add 1, 2, 3 valley cards. Yeah, so sometimes when you fast travel like this, most of the gameplay is just building the next path deck, which is a bit annoying, but when you are trying to get to the location as fast as possible, that is how it usually goes. But I think we are going to spend a lot of time at this location now and try to complete the into the nest. Hopefully we'll get that done. There is an exploit here which we might have to do, but we'll see. So we regain our energy. So we are at the refresh. So this clears and this flips. So we have Thunderhead, and Sun discard one progress from each path card and the location, and Bird of Prey, Lightning Strikes, startles beings alertness ready when predator or prey. And we draw a path card, Walk with Me. Well, that helps to clear this a bit. And we draw a path card. It is a Reclaimer Seeker. Why, of course it is. What else could it be? So we will scout the path deck. Yeah, let's bury the other Reclaimer Seeker immediately. Okay. We'll avoid this Reclaimer Seeker. -2, we fail. And we move. Okay. We'll resolve this first. So if there is an active card with 2 or more presence, shuffle this being into the path deck, draw one path card. So we'll shuffle this here. At least we got rid of this. Then we move this out of our face. And we draw a path card. Well, we got the same card back. Stupid. Okay. Yeah, we need to... Yeah, I'm not going to do this infinite loop for this, so that's just stupid, because this enters play. We should trigger this again, because it entered play after another effect which is the same, so it will just bounce back and back. So I'll stop it here, because I might be playing it wrong, but it is what it is. Okay. Well. What do we want to do here? Let's play this yeah, I think we'll get rid of the Link's Cloak. Or do we? No. Well, I'll try to remember. Oh, that's a bad idea. As long as this is ready, it will injure us if we do draw a Bird of Prey or the red challenge icon. So I think the smart thing here would be to rest. But first I will, yeah, I'll play that. So we rest, we get 3 here. And we want to avoid this, because now this flips back, like so. Get the pocket belt pouch. And 3 energy back. And we draw Agitated Meadow Larks. Okay, how do we want to do this? First off, well, this is let's see what's on top of the pad deck first. Umbra. Okay, these both go to the bottom. Don't want to deal with those. Well, let's play the pocket belt pouch. Now we have some more room, so now this would have been, we would have had room to have it in play, but it is what it is. We'll try to connect with this one. We have to take some risks here. We'll commit this to the test, so we have 3 versus 1. +1, move this, so it moves here, so we take a fatigue. That sucks. We add 2 to the weather. This is looking really bad. This shuffles into the pad deck, so that was wasted. So that was a waste of a turn, or a waste of an action. Complete waste of an action. We get fractal wire. It is an obstacle. Okay, we'll try to avoid this one. We succeed, at least, so we don't have to fear of getting injured. We'll traverse this. Well, we add 2 progress, which is not a lot. Okay, this is not going well. Could try to find some gear, but probably not. Yeah, I'm going to try and remember, just to try and find a bird of prey. It isn't. We'll add 2 here, doesn't matter. Nothing else triggers, and we failed remembering. So we'll ready up. We draw another pocket belt pouch. We add energy. And we'll draw a path card. Circling Irix. Well, this flips. We'll try to avoid this one. We fail. Another -2. That sucks. Okay, this is moved here. If this being is along the way, move it within reach. It fatigues you. Nice. Yeah, this is looking like a fatiguing out day for us, but we'll keep on trying. So next time we will be at the right location and can immediately start to try and do something to the reclaimer polyps. But as I said at the beginning, this might be just to travel to the location where we need to try and do the into the nest, but that might be it. Okay. We'll traverse this. It is a +1, and we add an injury here. These go here, we get an injury. This is exhausted. But we get to add 3 progress here, which is 1 off. If this piece within reach at and you have 3 or more fatigue, exhausted, suffer 1 injury. Well, we don't have any fatigue because this already injured us. And nothing was exhausted when this first triggered. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards left. Yeah, well, let's scout. Deadfall. Okay, we are not dealing with that, so yeah, this is looking really bad. So we lost all of our fatigue returning cards, and it's not looking good. We'll rest. Well, actually, we'll connect with these before we rest. We succeed. We get 1 success here. Then discard 1 from each path card and the location. So, ding ding. Oh yeah, this lost 1 already. No, it didn't. If this piece is along the way, move it within reach. It fatigues you. It is already here, so it's not triggering. Oh yeah. Well, I didn't use that, so whatever. Let's rest. We draw light as a feather. We get a path card. It is Agitated Meadow Larks. This readies, and this flips. Yeah, we will traverse this. This fatigues us. We'll clear this, at least. We are nearly out of it. We will avoid this. Success. And we will, yeah, we add 2 here. I will connect 1 of these. Let's use this time. And well, we at least add 2 Reclaimer crops. This doesn't really do anything because we won't be getting the 3rd one today. So these come here. When you interact with this prey, it fatigues you, so we're not even going to do that. We have 2 fatigue, so this didn't do anything. If there is an active predator, discarded, add harm to this being equal to that predator's presence. So this takes 2 harm. No other predators. Okay, so we need to defeat 3 of these, but in true solo, you only have 1 of these reclaimer polyps. So how you can game this is by clearing it one time, traveling away, traveling back, and clearing it a second time. And that is probably what we are going to do next time. But this time we will just go into... I doubt there's no point in continuing this day anymore, because we are just going to fatigue out. Okay, well, let's play it out until we hit bottom. We might get more injuries or something like that, and we can't camp now. We can't travel. We don't want to travel away. We just want to start the next day from here. So let's remember. We get to look at 2. We'll pick 1. Don't matter. And if you suffer fatigue during this test, no. If there is an active predator, no. Nothing triggered. If you are interacting with water, no. We'll rest. Everything ready. We regain our energy. And we draw a path card. Cerebrusian Cyclone. What a way to end the day. Okay, we'll try to avoid this one, the Seeker. We succeed, and add 1 growth. If there are 3 or more, it grows. Discard this prey and search the general set for Reclaimer Seeker. Okay. They are growing. We add this here. Let's suffer 2 fatigue and end the day. So we fatigued out, and that is the end of this day. So, well, we didn't make a lot of progress, but we managed to travel from the Ring of the Moons to Alluvial Ruins, where we need to complete the Into the Nest mission. And we are on the location already for the day 14. So we don't waste any time, and we can do the clear it once, travel away, travel back, clear it a second time, and after that it's whatever, because we get to complete this and advance the main mission. But yeah, that was day 13 of the Lure of the Valley campaign for Earthborne Rangers. Hope you guys liked this playthrough. Thanks for watching, and until next time.